What is up, everyone? Today is Wednesday, which means it's an episode of TCG Wednesday for you today, and, shh, go away. Okay. And what I have for you today is a deck list, or two deck lists that I've made for one deck, that are flawed because I forgot a very important card in it, but it's Chandelure and Ninetales. That's what I'm running now. I'm also running another one, which will be next week's episode, so... second deck will be that, but right now I'm going to focus on this one because this is the one I'm building now. It's Chandler Ninetales, and I've decided to add in a tech that is, more of a hitter, heavier hitter than good old Chandelure. So, feel free to critique my deck in any way you'd like. You can comment saying what you would like to add, get rid of, all that good stuff. Just let me know, and hopefully we'll get to it. So, first deck list right here. Forgot the rare candies, but they're in there. Don't worry. Let's just start out with the first thing, move on to the next, and we'll go from there. So, I'm running a 4/2/4 Chandelure line, the fire one, by the way. Not the psychic one, the fire one. 4/2/4, because, it's my main attacker. I want it there. It's going to be good times. It's does 1 energy, does 30 damage to the active, and 30 to 2 benched, which is pretty good against eels because it takes out eel electrics very easily. But I've been trying it out; it's working pretty good. So, next card is Ninetales, which is the roast reveal one. That whole purpose is draw support, draw support, draw support, draw support. Um, it's sometimes your hand can get stuck easily. One fire energy kind of cures it all. So having a Ninetales on the bench for that extra draw support really does help you to draw into cards you need, and as well as just giving you more options in general. Reshiram is in there to hit hard, rack up some damage, outrage, blue flare on occasion, but usually just kind of hit hard. As my backup guy. Reshiram EX in there for the same reason. Can hit hard, it's that big HP stat, and yeah. So Cleffa, there just to shuffle out my hand early on if I need it. Not too much for the late game, but if I can get it out early, that'll be good. 3 level ball, because a lot of my deck can get out by level ball. Actually, Litwick, Lampent, Vulpix, Ninetales, and Cleffa all get out by level ball. And in this particular deck list, I'm running only 3. But this is kind of my base. It's kind of like my first deck list I ever made for it, so bear with it. Next thing to point out would be the switch. I have 3 of them in this deck because that Reshiram and that EX are pretty good things, and the Ninetales actually. They're pretty bulky retreat cost wise, and hard to set up, so catching them in would be a problem for me. That's why I run 3 switch, just to be able to get them out if I need to. Super Rod, I'm running 3 because I need to be able to get that energy that I'm throwing away with Ninetales, as well as Pokemon, such as Chandelure, back into my deck. It's a pretty good card to run here. Oh, I feel it is anyway. So that's kind of why I run that. Next card would be a Violet. I'm running 2, 1 for each Reshi. No other purpose there, just kind of helps find just some damage. Pont, Professor Oak's New Theory. In there, draw support, basic, kind of standard in every deck. Running 4N, just because low HP. Chandelure, it's only 120. They might be taking prizes. Excuse me. I can hurt their hand a little bit. Or I can just, force shuffles when I know they have a good hand. Sharon, more draw support. Kind of unnecessary to have 4, but, I fixed that in the second one. So, experience share, just so I can, mostly for Reshiram. When Chandelure / Reshiram gets knocked out, the other one can gain energy off of that, so I'm not wasting energy. I'm thinking of running 2, but right now I'm just running 1, plus power. Just, blue flare plus power knocks out Zekrom on 1 hit. 2 catcher. because Catcher is a pretty good card to have. It helps me stall for time, help me spread that damage around. Catchering up eels is a good tactic. That way you can do 30 of them, 30 of the stuff on the bench, and they won't be able to retreat out and hit you next turn. So unless they have like a switch out DC, but barring that, it's pretty good to help stall a little bit and all that good stuff. So Junk Arm is the next card on the list. Junk Arm just so I can whittle out or thin out my hand, not whittle, thin out my hand a little bit and get things from the discard that I might need. I'm running 12 Fire Energy and 2 DC in this deck. DC for Reshiram and Reshiram EX. 12 Energy just so I have enough. And I feel that my second deck list, which I'm about to show you now, is much better. In this particular one, I'm running the same 4/2/4 Chandelure. I'm running a 2/2 Ninetales. Only 2 Reshiram over Reshiram and a Reshiram EX. I've kind of been wanting to try that out just on its own, just to see how it would go. And, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up between the two. The last thing is Cleffa. Already went over that. Running 3 Catcher in this deck over 2 because I feel like, Catcher is a good thing that you can have. And, it's just helpful all around. 2 Super Rod. Took out 1 because it seemed a little bit overkill. Added 1 Twins in case I fall behind in prizes, since I don't take prizes very quickly in this game. I take a lot of them at one time, just not very quickly. So there's why I have the Twins, so I can get what I need if I'm losing down on prizes. I can get what I need and go from there. Running 4.3N this time because, like I said, I don't take prizes fast. I take them a lot at a time, which means that N isn't going to be too helpful. Mostly because, I'll have a low amount of cards in my hand, and my opponent might have more, and, it's just kind of one of those things where I don't need to be running 4 of them. Cut down my share into 2, which I feel would work better, just because I'm already getting draw support from Ninetales, which we'll go over how I changed that in a little bit. 2 Junk Arm stays the same, 3 Switch stays the same, Experience Share stays the same. I added a Collector just to help me get out those Litwicks and Vulpix / Reshiram out in a hurry if I need to. I'm running 4 Level Ball because, as I said in the last slide, or the last, whatever you want to call it, last slide, because I'm on PowerPoint, last slide, most of my deck can be gotten out with the level ball, so mine now might as well just run 4 of them. I'm also opting to run 2 Juniper since my hand does get clogged up pretty easily, and I do run low on cards in my hand from time to time if I'm not drawing into energy. So Juniper is a pretty good help. And speaking of energy, I added 2 more, so I have 14 total. Just because the Ninetales likes to use it for its Roast Reveal, and also, there's a lot of discarding of energy from Blue Flares and Chandelure's secondary attack, which I don't remember because it's not like the most, not the one you're really aiming for. Same 2 DC. But that's all I have for this deck. Of course, I'm actually running 2 Rare Candy in each of these, so don't forget about that. I am running 2. Because to make up for the difference between the 2 Lampent. Other changes I was considering for this deck, adding in 1 more Experience Share was kind of a thing. Taking out maybe taking out something, maybe a Switch or probably taking out 1 Switch for something else, maybe another Experience Share, another. I don't even know what I would add in there. Maybe another Super Rod. Yeah, Junk Arm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of adding in there. Plus Power is taken out just because if I'm spraying damage, it shouldn't be that necessary for that plus power kill, but it was always something I can add into it if I need to. But yeah, that's basically the end of this deck list. I really don't have anything else to add to it. That's what I'm going to lead up to you guys. Feel free to leave any sort of feedback down in the below. I don't even know what I was trying to say. If you want to leave any sort of feedback, leave it down below. Either and a like or dislike, or a comment on the video telling me anything you want to say. So, I'm gonna just let you read the slide because it has Dolan on it and all that good stuff. I'm out. I got things to do, and yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow for a Let's Play episode and all the good stuff. I will just leave now because it's like 10 minutes, and yeah, so hope you all enjoyed this first episode of TCG Wednesday. Next week, we will be looking at my second deck that I'm running, and we'll go from there. Probably the week after, I'll do a deck analysis of an overall deck like Zeals. Oh, we'll see how that goes. I'm not playing that far ahead. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.